Hi guys, it's Carol Lee with Coaching with Carol Lee. I hope you could see me okay. I've got a lot of light behind me, but I wanted to sit in front of the window so I could show you guys something. It's snowing! Well, that's not unusual around here, but look. Can you see it falling? It really is pretty. I don't care what anybody says. So, anyway, so this is where I'm sitting. Hopefully, we got good enough light. Let me turn on the light above. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I don't think so. But right now I don't feel like resetting everything up. So if I'm a little dark, whatever. It's mainly my voice you need to hear, right? Okay, so sometimes I just get something. I wake up in the morning, I read my devotional, I listen to something, whatever. And something comes to me to talk about. And today, the word worry. If you can see this, I found this in some of my junk the other day. Can you see what it says? Today is the tomorrow. I can't see it. Today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. See that? Very, very thought-provoking. So worry. Everybody has some worry. There's good worry. There's bad worry. But the bad worry can just hold us down. Basically, what a lot of people do is they worry. Things are going really good. They worry. They worry that all of a sudden it's all going to come crashing down. Things are going too good. Something's going to happen. And, of course, they worry when things are not going well. You lose your job. You get a divorce, something, you worry. What's going to happen? But sometimes we have very unjustified, don't mind me, I'm losing my spaghetti straps. We have unjustified worries, and it kind of goes back to that fear and beliefs and all that stuff. So, for one thing, if you think about worry, it doesn't produce anything. If anything, it stops you in your tracks. You worry, what if this happens? What if that happens? You just worry, and you just get stagnant. You don't move. You don't proceed. You don't go forward. It's a big, big time waster. You could sit there and worry about things. Like I said, it could keep you stagnant. It could stop you in your tracks. It's, how do I describe this? It's such a stressor. It can be such a stressor, too, that it could affect your health. Cancer, from what I understand, thrives on stress. And when you worry, you produce stress, and stress produces illness. There's a host of other things. Depression. You may not normally be a depressive person, but if you start getting into this habit of worrying, what are you doing? You're depressing every good thing and holding on to the negative things. So, and it's also a killer of dreams. You want to be a doctor, but you're worried. What if I fail? What if I incur how much debt they have? Am I going to be able to make it paying back my student loans? And, I want to get married, raise a family. You worry, and you don't even step out into your potential. So, another thing, it's wasted mental energy. If you're always weighed down, even look at how some people can't sleep because their mind does not shut off. All they do is worry. What if this happens? Well, then that's going to happen. Then, and it can be a big snowball effect. Sometimes we worry from other people's experiences or how other people acted. Like I know in my life, I'm thinking about something. Sorry, Mom, it's on you now. But my dad would work every day. He never missed a day of work. And if I can remember, so I'm probably exactly correct. I think he got home at 4:30, maybe 4:20, every day like clockwork. The guy would never stop at the store, God forbid, because he didn't want to worry anybody. Oh, hey, got a little bit better light. My mother I can remember her several times being like so worried. Well, and especially when it was bad out. You can't blame her now that I think about it, but she was kind of a worry wart. Oh no, your father's late. Where is he? Whatever. And he'll roll in 5 minutes late. The roads are bad. Or maybe he did stop at the store the once or twice in 30 years, But, or they got caught up at work or an accident along the way, and. But, so then, like, when I had my older son, I was, like, totally frantic, worried, afraid to let him go, We lived in the city, so that made it a little bit harder. You couldn't just let your kid out to play and, like, here in the country, I got my backyard, I could be doing dishes and watch my kids. I could be sitting on my porch, watch the kids. It's a lot different. In the city, there is really nowhere to do that usually. Or, no yard, you have to go to a park or something. But I just used to worry, oh no, what if he got kidnapped? Oh no, what if, worry. And the poor kid, he couldn't get out of my clutches. So then what did he do? He started getting out of the clutches at school when he got older, skip school, run out, So, there are things that, And where was I going with that one? Oh, I was going to say about other people's experiences. Say if you wanted to go on a vacation to Boston, then all of a sudden, your wife's like, well, remember, my cousin Mary, when her and her family went to Boston, they got in a horrible accident and my cousin so-and-so was killed. And, yes, that's awful, but the chances of that happening to you is very, very slim. You have a better chance with what do they always say? A better chance of getting hit by a bus than your plane going down or something like that. So, sometimes we do take these other people's experiences though. When like I said, my mom was always worried about my dad, that kind of went forward to my adulthood being worried about the kids and what are they doing and all. And finally I just had to, let go a little bit. Yes, you still have to worry about your kids, but you don't have to like totally have them on a leash and whatever. So anyways, and when you think about worry, isn't it true, if you think back, I'd say probably, I don't know exact statistics, but I bet you about 90% of the time, whatever you feared never came true. You know what I mean? So why are we holding ourselves sabotaged to all of this worry? Why do we worry, you can't get yourself to go on a vacation because you're so worried about traveling. And somebody I heard, I don't know when, a while back, likened it to, say if you're going on vacation and you're petrified, you're going to get in an accident, this is going to happen, Yes, you have to be worried. You have to check, make sure you have oil in your car, make sure it's got a tune-up, your tires are good. You take every precaution you can, but you don't stop living. If you really have to, there are ways to overcome this, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. But you have to put those fears aside. And, obviously, like I say all the time, the first thing is admitting to your worries and fears. Admit there's a problem. I'm afraid to go here. I'm afraid to talk to so-and-so. Or, whatever your situation may be. Why are you worrying about it? Every time your kids go out, you worry, you see horrible things. There's just a Facebook thing about that. You see a car in a ditch and this and that. And believe me, I know bad things happen. My friend, her son was killed in an accident. But what are the chances? You've got to just have faith that everything will be all right. You have no choice. You can't, your kids don't want you to be living in your own prison that you make yourself. The self-imposed prison is what I call it. Your kids don't want you to be like that. Nobody wants you to be like that. Okay? So, there go my birds. They almost always start when I'm on. They're doing the cat call, whistle, and everything else. So you have to admit that there's a problem. You have to want to fix it. And then start seeing, what do I worry about? Why am I worrying about it? Number one, like I always say, affirmations. Like you could say, I refuse to be restricted by my my false thoughts. How about that? I refuse, or false facts, whatever. You know that's false. If you go to Boston and as long as you got your car in repair, you're most likely not going to get in a horrendous accident. And if you do, we just hope not. You have faith that won't happen. The chances of it are pretty slim. So you refuse to be restricted by your worries. I'm trying to think. Just stuff like that. I refuse to worry. Everything always works out for the best. I don't want my family to see me like this anymore. You're always complaining and worrying. No, I can't go here. I can't do this. I can't. What if? What if I leave my house and God forbid it gets broken into? What if there's precautions you could take. I've got 4 dogs. If I'm going somewhere like, say, to my mom's or to, see my cousin in Colorado, what do? I make sure one of my kids are here. Even if they don't live here, they could stay here, for a weekend and watch my dogs. And I got my dogs to bark if anybody comes. And believe me, they are nice once they get to know you, but they can be kind of, So I took care of that worry. Hey, I need someone to stay. I've even got a couple of friends that would probably stay here and watch my dogs and my birds. So I can't use the dogs and birds as an excuse. Yes, I can't go every, for months on end or, But I can leave my house and somebody will take care of my animals in my house and all that. So, you don't want your family seeing you keep yourself captive. They want to see you burst out, be happy, be free. They love you. They don't want to see you like this. So you have to make that decision that you're going to not worry as much. And the main thing you can do besides affirmations is get the facts. If you're worried that you're going to go to Boston and this is going to happen, Google it. How many, accidents happen or whatever. You know what I mean? Just Google it if you have to. Find out the facts. If you're scared to take on a new job or because you're afraid you'll fail or something, research the company. Research, I can't even think of any examples, but I'm sure you know what I mean. When you have a worry about something, examine why. And if it's a worry about a person, you can't change anything. If they're late for work, you can't change it. And I know if they're really late, something could have happened. But don't get yourself in a lather after 5 minutes, Understand that every now and then traffic slows down, construction, whatever. Why put yourself through all that? Okay? And if it's a worry because of like I said, someone else's experience, you have to realize someone else's experience is not your experience. Chances are that will never be an issue. So, okay, well, I hope this helped somebody. I know, it helped me. I do this coaching stuff for myself as well as for you because the more you learn, the better off you are, right? So the more tactics you have to use, ways to change your thinking and be more positive. So anyways, okay, gotta go. I'll see you all tomorrow or the next day or something. Okay, ciao.